Hey, I'm Myers, and I want to talk to you guys about a side project band of the guitar player of the Turbo ACs. And the guitar player of the Turbo ACs goes by the name Mikey Millionaire, and he's got this side project band called the Skinny Millionaires, which they're punk and roll, but it's got sort of this electronic sort of bent to it. I mean, what he's doing is not straight up industrial, but it's got, this electronic bent to punk and roll thing that he's doing. So it's different. I dig it. The thing I'm into is punk and roll, so I'm not always the most adapted to, other forms of music or whatever, but this is something I dig. A few years back at Memory Lanes up in Minneapolis. Memory Lanes is a bowling alley that Memorial Day they do like a parking lot show, all day sort of music thing where a few years back it was Guitar Wolf, the Turbo ACs, Nashville Pussy, and 5, 6, 7, 8s. Great fucking day, great fucking show. And was hanging with Mikey Millionaire that day, and he gave me the split 45. Sorry if there's glare on it. There, that looks good. Split 45 of a band called Christmas and his band Skinny Millionaires. There's the back. So we talk about this band Skinny Millionaires. The song is Negotiations That Go Well. I believe this is long out of print. Mikey, if you have a few copies and you're seeing this, please, provide me a link so people can reach out to you and order one. But here it is, white vinyl. Here's your center label. Skinny Millionaires. Christmas side. Looks like this. But yeah, this band, yeah, I dig the Turbo ACs. Great band. Seen them a few times. They came down to Sioux City at a point where we didn't have a club. We were just doing shows at a Legion Hall. And, God, I want to say that was a Halloween show that the Turbo ACs were in Sioux City for. I could be wrong. But anyways, great band. And then, what Mikey's doing on the side is fucking killer. And so I've talked to Mikey about doing a project on Sioux. He's hip to it. So he's just working out the bugs, and because we want all killer, no filler. So, as soon as he gets a project ready that he's happy with, we'll go ahead and send it off to press for him, because he's one of them guys I believe in, and when it comes to this form of art, when it comes to punk and roll music and the musicians I've known who I've been lucky enough to work with Sioux Guitars, and now with the Sioux record label, I guess I always said with Sioux Guitars, I felt like the guy who sold Michelangelo paintbrushes. I couldn't paint the Sistine Chapel, but I could provide the right tone for musician to really get what they're looking for, what they're really driving at. And shit, I'm wearing this t-shirt, Jeff Dahl. If you ask Jeff, he'll tell you that the Sioux Guitars combination bridge is his go-to sound for overdrive distortion to really achieve the tone he's looking for. And Jeff is a tone hound. Jeff has a shit ton of amps and effects, and he's a searcher of tone, and there's a difference between that and what we talk about, somebody having gas or gear acquisition syndrome, where everybody's turned on by the next new toy or whatever. Where Jeff, it's not the toys, it's not the new gear, it's actually finding the tone he's looking for, and and he's got the ear for it. But working with a guy like Jeff Dahl or Rick Agnew or Cheetah Chrome or any of the cats I've worked with over the years, I felt like the guy who sold Michelangelo paintbrushes. Now, juxtapose that to running the label, running Sioux Records. The thing with the record label is, like I kind of feel like the Medici family who financed Michelangelo's artwork, where I'm putting up the money to get the records pressed, to recoup on the back end, but I'm putting the money up to get the records pressed because somebody needs to, and I believe in this fucking music. I believe in the bands I work with. There isn't a fucking record at the pressing plant right now that I don't believe in. I got a lot of shit there. I got Mono Deluxe, Rebel Flesh, Loose Rails, Richard Dugay's got 45. We got Gorilla Teens, and just so much fucking killer shit. There's a fuzz band from over Spain called the Sonic Angels that I'm really excited about. There's all kinds of fucking killer shit. We got the new Brad Marino coming. We got Highway 61 coming. We've got the Muchines. There's the new Brutarians album at the pressing plant. We got so much fucking shit there that really excited about the shit that's coming out on Sioux in the next year. And like I said, with Sioux guitars, I felt like the guy who sold Michelangelo paintbrushes, but here with the label, I feel like the guy who contracted Michelangelo to paint or create his artwork or whatever. And so I'm really excited about the artists I get to work with. I'm excited about guys like Mikey Millionaire. He's doing something just a little bit different. He's doing, and I'm excited about it. This thing that I'm into, has been around for quite a while. 30 years or better, 35 years. Devil Dogs and Lazy Cowgirls started up in the late 80s. So 35 years. If you go back to Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers, you talk about 45, 46 years, that this thing has been in motion. So I'm excited by new bands. I love Johnny Thunders. I love New Bomb Turks. Love the Humpers. I love the Devil Dogs. I love Lazy Cowgirls. But the future is now, and as much as I love those bands, we can't keep looking at the past. There's hot shit out there. I'm really excited about this album by Rebel Flesh that we got at the pressing plant. I'm really excited by all these albums. I wouldn't send this shit to the pressing plant and put my money forward on it if it was something I didn't believe in. So like I've said before, these bands are my life. These bands, are the soundtrack to my life, and I'm just really excited about getting their music out there. I've had so many people come back to me, like on the first record that we put out, The Yowl. So many people come back to me and like, you know, that fucking band is amazing. Like, so many people get turned on by that first Yowl record that we put out. That you know, and then the Richard Bacchus and the Luckiest Girls album. You know, but I've had people come to me about the Bad Actors. Now, the Bad Actors are relatively unknown, you know, and people have come to me about the Bad Actors and been like, you know, these guys are fucking great, you know, these guys, who was, I can't remember who it was, but somebody was telling me that the Bad Actors remind them of Throw Rag, and, you know, so, if you're into Throw Rag, you know, you might be into the Bad Actors. Who fucking knows? I know I'm into them. You know, I wouldn't put their record out if I didn't believe in them. You know, other hot shit that's going on that like we don't have at the pressing plant, but is in the works. Is it's like a transparent casket. Remains to be seen, but. Stick around, there's going to be hot shit coming. But anyways, this is Skinny Millionaires, and the song is called Negotiations. Excuse me, Negotiations Didn't Go So Well. If you like these videos, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.
lost it all, several few things that I've yet to sell. Negotiation didn't go so well. I've got the house, I got a story that I hate to tell. Tell.